I feel my work is absolutely exciting, challenging, and interesting. We are not only ensuring that the applicants come here and get the benefits that they are eligible for, but we are also promoting citizenship. We're also participating in outreaches, keeping up with changes in law, changes in policies and procedures. It's never a dull moment at USCIS.
USCIS is a great place to work at because you get to meet people from different places, different backgrounds every single day. At the same time, provide them immigration benefits to them and their families. And for me, that's a great satisfaction.
I think the work of an ISO is important because they are on the front lines of the work we do. They see the applicants day-to-day, face-to-face.
We make decisions every day that impact the security and protection of the United States.
Part of our mission is to ensure that the right person gets the right benefit. We do a lot of security vetting, a lot of security checks to ensure that people who want to cause harm to the United States are not able to lawfully immigrate, and ensuring that our national security laws are being followed and applied.
And that includes doing the background checks and name checks and security checks. Sometimes you have to conduct in-depth interviews to make sure that the applicant is not committing any type of fraud. So you have to be alert and you have to make sure that you're asking the right questions to obtain the right information.
You do have individuals that come into this country fraudulently using fraudulent documents, or that are already here in the United States and that are providing, they're engaging in marriage fraud to receive some sort of immigration benefit. We have to be vigilant of that, and we have to secure this country from those individuals that are trying to obtain a benefit fraudulently.
A typical day for an ISO begins in the morning with the first case that they get. An ISO can get an adjustment of status case, to get a green card, a naturalization case. They review the case, they ensure that all the security checks are valid and completed. They conduct the interview. ISOs then assess the eligibility as to whether or not they're eligible for the benefit that's being sought.
ISOs do varied numbers of cases on a given day. For example, ISOs may do an interview for adjustment of status, or they may do interviews for naturalization for applicants to become citizens. They may also do applications for petitions where applicants are petitioning for family members abroad to come to the United States. So their work is very varied.
Also, there are some ISOs that work the counters. They provide information on a daily basis.
An ISO not only does interviews and assesses eligibility, but they also participate in naturalization ceremonies. They also participate in outreach events, be it at public libraries or with different community organizations.
I think the skills that make a good ISO are good writing skills, good researching skills, and definitely good interviewing skills, because that's what an ISO's work mostly consists of.
I think a great ISO would be somebody that loves to make a difference in people's lives.
To become an ISO, once you are hired, you go to a training facility for several weeks to learn everything there is about immigration law.
You also learn about interview techniques, how to conduct interviews for different applications, for naturalization or for adjustment. You will also be taught different techniques to catching fraud.
Once you come back to the office, we pair you with a mentor to help you through the first couple of weeks to become an ISO and start interviewing. So there is training involved. You will always receive training and always receive mentoring.
We're always looking for ISOs to come up with ideas to become more efficient, to improve the quality of our work, to ensure that we are doing the work as best as we can.
We have to continuously be thinking about how to do things smarter, more efficiently, better. Everyone in our agency is, I think, equally responsible, equally tasked or called upon to come up with creative ideas, to think outside the box. We all are part of this effort and need to do our very best to think about how we can do our work better.
I think USCIS is a great place to work at. It's an exciting agency. It's a growing agency. We're constantly growing.
Well, it is a great place to work because we do make a difference in people's lives, and the benefits are great, and you have flexibility in your schedule.
We also have a very strong work-life program where we have alternate work schedules to ensure that people are not only devoting the most they can to their work, but also devoting the most they can to their homes and private lives. For being a government agency, USCIS sometimes feel like a small agency. There really is a team aspect to it. It doesn't matter what position you're in, we're all contributing towards the agency's success.